So this is it, the start of the biggest adventure of my life. I'm going to be moving into an empty van and living in it while I transform it into my dream home. But obviously first, we need to get that daily coffee. Today is the day. So I'm on my way to get the van and I'm late as usual, so I've just had to do a little run. That's why I'm out of breath. I'm super excited, but at the same time, I'm very nervous. So I'm going to be living in a bare van. Obviously, if you look at the grounds and stuff, we're in like -3, -4 degree temperatures. So I'm obviously going to have to make sure I wrap up warm, keep safe. Either way, I'm excited for this little adventure. Let's go get the van. So after about half an hour walk, I made it to Woburn Sands train station. From here, I need to get a transfer over to Bletchley. So we head onto this train, get a train to Bletchley, and then from Bletchley, we head over to Cheddington. This is where we're going to pick up the new van, which is going to be our new home. So in typical SteveyDe fashion, I actually missed my transfer train. This wasn't my fault, as the train I got on first was actually late. But that means I have to wait half an hour, so I just found myself the nice little warm waiting room, sat there for half an hour and waited for the train to arrive. Once it arrived, we started to head over to Cheddington, where we're ready to pick up the new van. Upon arrival, I have to admit, I did actually really appreciate the view in Cheddington. It's a beautiful countryside view. But anyway, straight from Cheddington, we head over to the van. And here we are in the office. We've arrived, we signed the paperwork, and the van is now ours. Here is the beautiful van. As you can see, look, it's a nice empty shell, ready to start the project. I'm not gonna lie, I'm starting to get a little bit concerned as it's -4 tonight, and we're gonna be sleeping in this van with no insulation. So here is my new van, that is now my new home. I actually can't believe I'm doing this. Don't get me wrong, I'm excited, but now reality has just hit me and I am cacking it. I'm actually quite happy that this doesn't have what we call the chew marks down here, which a lot of vans seem to have. I'm gonna be living in this. So now it's time to head back to my previous residence, pick up my stuff and make myself one last meal. I decided this last meal was going to be a beautiful steak. Who doesn't like the sound of a sizzling steak? Listen to that. So I've just got back after collecting the van. Came back, had to rush to play football. I've just played football, just showered, and now I'm having my last meal here at my mum's before we move into the van tonight. So I decided to cook myself a nice, beautiful ribeye steak as my last meal before I basically live in poverty. So I'm going to finish my steak and then we're going to move in. Let's see how this first night goes in -4 degrees. Wish me luck. So I loaded my stuff into the van and off we go. I've obviously loaded everything in the back now. We're at my destination, which is a lay-by, and it's quite a big lay-by though, so we're away from the road. So let's get in the back and make my bed. So the time has finally come where we're going to be actually living and sleeping in this van. So this is me pumping up my airbed and preparing myself for what is going to be a freezing cold night. I think tonight is going to help us determine how urgently we're going to need this insulation installed. So here we are. That is day 0. Tomorrow I guess is day 1 of living in the van. Peace out. First day in the van and we already have an interaction with the police. Stay tuned. Welcome to day 1 of living in the van while trying to convert it. So last night was my first night's sleep. I didn't sleep particularly well, if I'm honest. Quite cold, I think it was like -3 last night. So we need to get the insulation in ASAP. So I start my routine of packing up the van ready to go, and then get ready for the challenges that the day will bring. And today's priorities is get the gas for the heater and order the windows. Luckily, one of my viewers, Kreza, shout out to Kreza, he ordered me from my Amazon wish list a portable gas heater. So now I'm about to stream. I also stream on Twitch. If you like watching live streams and you want to see a bit of live content from me, head over to Twitch, and I'll be doing daily streams too. So hopefully see you guys there. If not, stay tuned for the next part of the vlog. So once we got ourselves to the Mountain Warehouse, which is a beautiful outdoor shop near me, we finally found the gas we were looking for, hoping this is going to fit for the gas cooker. Then once we finished that, it was over to the bulkhead. So it was nice to finally use my new tools, but unfortunately I didn't have the right size. So we immediately hit a stumbling block. So instead what I did is I decided, let's remove this wall. Also, I have no idea what the function of that little pull down wall was. It looks like it can't hold the weight of anything, so any ideas, please leave them in the comment. And then I am one step closer to my dream home. I removed the wall, and it was nice to get an idea what's behind the wall so I could see where I could get the frames, etc. So some progress is better than no progress. So time to get to my mum's and collect our gas heater. As much as I was excited to use this bad boy, it did dawn on me that I can't really use it inside the van for safety reasons with the dangers of carbon monoxide. But that ain't gonna stop me getting there and trying to build my new toy. And obviously this is bound to get the attention of the police.
Hello, you alright? Yeah, I'm okay. Yeah, no worries.
So once I managed to lose the tail of the police, it was time for bed.
It's time for night 2. We're still at -3, -4 degrees, so it's going to be another cold one. Tomorrow, we're going to go for a morning walk with Steffi, who's going to lend us her tools. Peace.
So it's 2:30 AM. I was too cold. I just had enough. So I've moved into the front. And I put on this foil stuff to try and keep in the heat. So I'll see you guys in the morning. Oh, and good morning. This is the beautiful spot I stayed in. I mean, look at the sky, look at the ground, look at the view. It was a nice little spot. Didn't get too much sleep last night, but it was definitely nice to have a bit of warmth. Also woke up with a bit of a sore throat, which isn't good. So as I attempted some B-roll footage, oh look, I forgot to unlock the van. So I thought I'd keep that in there because it's funny, innit? So it's time to pack away my new toy, pack away all the bedding, and then head off for a nice morning walk in the beautiful, frosty, cold morning. So let's go see Steffi and our special guest. So once we had our beautiful walk, it was now time to crack on. Today's main priority was to get the bulkhead out. But we figured out we couldn't get the bulkhead out until we removed this panel. So we removed the panel, undone all the bulkhead screws, and voila, no more bulkhead. It's now time to get back for some dinner. I'm very lucky that my friend Steffi is a great cook, and this dinner was absolutely delicious. And also very healthy. So tonight I'm going to be sleeping on my friend's living room floor. I had enough of the cold, so we're staying in here. So I'll see you guys in the morning. What do you reckon? Now we're off to drop a few things off. We're also going to pick up the tools, which is good.
we're going to get the tools. We've got a special guest today, Bella. Want to say hello to everyone? No, you want to be needy? Okay, you have to get off my lap though. Here we go. We're also going to help Steph make some changes to her van. We need to put a solar panel on. We need to replace some batteries. So stay tuned for all of that. All right, let's get going.
At this point, I had to pick out all the tools that I wanted to use for my camper van conversion, and anything that weren't being used we were putting into storage. This is going to be very challenging to live in the van at the same time as storing these tools. As you can see, look at that mess.
So now we've got all the tools we need to start on the build. Now it's about organising everything, making this van habitable again, and preparing for the next stage of the build.
No one likes to live in a messy environment, so I did my very best to make it neat and tidy in the corner. So before we done the work on Steffi's batteries, I decided to take this panel off too. I wanted to make at least some progress on my van, even if just a little. Getting these batteries out was extremely difficult as they weigh about 60 kilograms each. We used various leverage techniques which eventually got them out. I think around an hour later. So after Steffi got stung by some battery acid, we then progressed to get back and cook some dinner. Another delicious meal.
We're one more day closer to building my dream home. See you guys tomorrow. Today we're going to be fixing the solar panels to Steffi's van and hopefully make some further progress on my camper van. And that's another night on the living room floor. Tonight we are back in the van. Let's get on with the day.
But first, some mandatory SteveyDe playtime. So up we get on Steffi's roof and start the process of installing her solar panels. However, something important came up.
And of course, me and Bailey needed to take a quick break to watch the Man United Arsenal game. Currently 0-0, 21 minutes. Come on, United. Isn't that right, Bailey? Yeah, good boy.
So once we knocked Arsenal out of the FA Cup, no problem at all. We carried on, finished installing them, and jobs are good. So we say goodbye to Steffi and Bailey, and we head back to my mum's, where there is lots of gifts from my Twitch community. This was a great surprise, as this can be used as part of the clean-up process for the conversion. The balaclava is a great addition to try and keep warm in the cold. I bought this for myself as it's extremely important if I'm going to be using gas. Another great gift from Cressler Stephen, an electrical heater fan. And my mum got me some storage boxes which are extremely useful to move my stuff into the van. These boxes turned up broken again, so we won't go there. And I bought myself some of these toilet chemicals for my favourite gift of all, which is my toilet from Mysterious Malteser. Thank you so much for all the gifts. And if anyone else wants to help contribute, the Amazon wish list is in the description below. It's now time to get everything in the van and head over to our place to sleep for the night. As I'm doing my routine bedroom making, I want to take this moment to thank everyone who supports my live Twitch streams and is watching these YouTube videos. I wouldn't be able to do it without you. I appreciate you guys. Now it's time to test out the heater.
So I'm going to be wearing this tonight. This will keep my face warm. This was actually purchased by my mum, GG's, which is a little electrical heater. So we're going to try this out. I'm going to start the engine and warm up.
Back in the van, and this is so nice and warm. Unfortunately, there is a noise at the back of the van, so I'm having to take it back to the guy I bought it from. Good night. Peace.
Another day and another night in the van. Tonight, I got probably more sleep than I have done, but still, I'm still adjusting to the van life in an empty van. We got an early start today. We need to head over to where we got the van from so the guy can check out the noise from the back of the van and hopefully resolve it.
We've just taken our van in to get checked out by the place we bought it from, and the guy believes it is the diff. Am I saying that right? The middle bearing on the drive shaft at the back. So in the next week, we're going to bring it back here so we can change it, and then hopefully we are good to go. Now let's find somewhere so we can crack on with some work.
Now, I know this time lapse looks like I'm doing F all, but bear with me, I am actually streaming and I'm reading the chat a lot. So I thought today would be a relatively easy day as I plan to reroute the cabling for all the rear lights and the internal lights. However, trying to feed some of these cables through in the gaps, it was very, very challenging. So something I thought was only going to take me an hour or two ended up actually taking me the entire day. And especially when I made the mistake of feeding it through the wrong hole and then had to redo that whole area. But luckily, once we started losing light, I managed to just about get it done. I should really have given you a before and after so you could appreciate the work that had been put in. So once the work was complete, it was time to pack up and head to our place to sleep for the night. I decided I wanted to fast today, so I just drank plenty of water. Today was a tough day in the office, but at least we made progress. Any progress is better than no progress. I'm starting to love my little routine of setting up the bedroom, making it all nice and cozy, and making it feel like a home for me in the evenings.
It's been a long day, but thank you for the support today. And if you are doing something similar to me, I would definitely get one of these bad boys because it is a game changer. Anyway, check out SteveyDe on Twitch. I'm live every day. Peace out.
Day 6 and it's already starting to feel like home. However, I am in need of a shower. So let's get that sorted and get going.
Last night was probably my best night's sleep. Still not ideal, still not perfect, but my best yet. I'm gonna head back to my mum's to use the shower, maybe get some washing done, and also I'm falling behind a little bit on the YouTube edits, so I need to get onto that. And then back out to find somewhere to park to continue working on the van and streaming live on Twitch.
Once we're back, it was time for a coffee, sort out some washing, and have a nice shower, and then find the place where we can start our work. I know I haven't really got much work done recently, so let's give you guys an overview of the plan. Today was all about getting all the floorboards out. Unfortunately, some of the screws are rusted in and were hard to get out. So others were easy and just came out straight away. What you'll find when converting your own camper van is these little tasks that you think are quick and easy actually take a lot longer than you realise. So what we're doing is we're taking all the floor panels out, we're cleaning it with a brush, sweeping everything away. This is obviously a little bit harder for me, as you can see. As I live in the van, I have to move stuff around. But once all the boards are up, we can clean the entire floor, then give it a deep clean, and then find all the rust spots, sand them down and treat them. Rust treatment is quite important for the long-term health of your camper van, as you don't want to have rust problems years later. So then I packed away and it was time to head home for food. So once I made it to my mum, she had some camembert and carrot for me, so I thought, yep, have some of that, lovely. So then I decided to cook one of my favourite meals to cook, which is quick and easy, just bacon with butter and cheese on top, and it is absolutely delicious. I can give you my little secret if you want. Easily made in the jar. Literally cook the bacon, put it for 15 minutes, with 2 minutes to go. Sprinkle some cheese on it and lovely, job done.
So my throat has gone. So thanks to Creza Stephen, we have a camping bed. So I'm excited to get this out and actually sleep on an actual bed.
Unfortunately, my phone ran out of memory and it couldn't continue recording, so we're gonna have to cut this one short, but thank you for the support and I'll see you in tomorrow's vlog. So, day 7, and I have to say, this camping bed is a game changer. Thank you again to Creza Stephen for buying that off my Amazon wishlist. I appreciate you. The first job of the day is I was told I had a parcel arrive, so I headed over to check out what it was. What could it be? It's our Max fan. These are not cheap, this was about £300. Now I opted for the translucent one so then it can let for a little bit of light. The next task of the day was to find ourselves some storage boxes so we can tidy up the van and be a little bit more organised. After seeing these high quality boxes in SteveyDe style, I then opted for the cheap ones, which ended up breaking. So before we got anything done, I did need to reorganise the van, start using the storage boxes so it's easier to then remove the stuff when we need to work on the van. This is another annoying task that you may not have to do if you were converting your own camper. It's because I'm living in it, so I have to keep it that little bit more tidy. While cleaning, I did however get a little bit too excited and I wanted to check out my new windows. Unfortunately, when I looked in it, there was no windows, just smashed glass. So I just let them know and they sent me out some new ones. So here I use fairy liquid to foam up the area and help remove the grease. I used a broom to help scrape it and a sponge as well to foam it up. Then I got the pressure wash and washed it all away. As you can see, it did actually come up quite nicely. Now the deep clean is done, the next step is to treat the rust. I'm still actually feeling very ill, so I decided to make one of my teas. This seems to make my throat feel better. Gingy and turmeric and orange, I don't even know if I'm saying that right. And I was made a delicious chicken and mushroom dinner, which I ate. After I'd done that, I caught up with a lot of the editing and also was doing a lot of research on all the different camper van stuff I needed. I ordered more windows and the skylight. Then it was time for bed. So thanks again for watching. Please hit that like and subscribe to follow this journey.